Hey, welcome back, sports fans. Mike KRETZ here alongside Mark Talley, and we are here for round one of the RMAC basketball tournament, the 21 version. Mark, 2 for 2. Pretty good day for CMU.
You know, ultimately you want to play on Friday, so both squads accomplish their goal. But 2 different games. We'll see the highlights here in just a minute, but a little bit closer game for the women. Right. Men's seed number 1. You thought they were going to be dominant. They came out. They took care of business. And both coaches, while there's always things that a coach is going to find in the film, they've got to be happy that they're advancing to Friday night.
Yeah, you got it. Well, without further ado, let's get to the highlights. All right, no fans in attendance, but that's not stopping the Lady Mavs from getting hype. Kylan Rigsby opens up the scoring for us, knocking down a three-pointer from the wing. We've seen her do that a lot this year. Early good signs for the Mavs, but the Roadrunners, they had it going on too. Alex Carlton driving through the middle, gets the floater to go. Morgan Lewis finds her spot from the elbow, and yeah, she's cash money from there as well. But watch this drive from Natalie Bartle. Nice crossover, pretty finger roll, a good-looking play all around. CMU up by 1. Later, more Bartle. This time makes a great cut. Kylan Rigsby sees it. That's a nice way to get out of trouble in the paint. 27-23, Mavs at the half mark. Take us to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Mike, the Roadrunners hung tough all game. Here's to Sonia Bonds. Splits the defense, gets her layup to go. Mavs up too late. Roadrunners get the stop and back at it. Bonds to Maggie Jusnick. She sidesteps, lets the 3 go. It's no good. Check out the hustle from Bartle here to secure the rebound. MSU swarms her, looking for a turnover. Bartle keeps her cool, creates a little space before racing up the court. On the other end, Bartle with it. After the game, she said this play was meant for someone else, but with the clock running down, she does what scorers do. Takes over and hits an NBA range 3. Count it. Team high, 20 points for her. Mavs up 5 with less than 30 seconds to play. After a timeout, Roadrunners not going down without a fight. Carlton to Morgan Lewis. She lets it fly, buries the 3. Mavs up 2. After a Bartle layup, Roadrunners getting desperate. Rigsby with the block. Desperation turns to frustration. You see the intentional foul there. The free throws for Rigsby, the cherry on top. The Mavericks advance to round 2, 59-53 your final. Let's hear from the team, starting with Bartle on what she tries to do on the floor.
Lead by example, because obviously you guys can tell I'm not the most vocal. And so I think being that floor general on the floor and just doing everything I can to get my teammates involved and make them be the best that they can be, I think that'll be what will help us the most.
I mean, it feels great. I worked on it a lot, and I mean, being out for so long, it feels nice to see my shot go back in again, especially just being back for probably 2 weeks or something. You know, it takes a lot of time, especially over the summer, finding your shot again, and so the fact that I could find it just after 2 weeks is great.
I think the girls, I think they're ready, you know. They still want to play, they still want to keep going, they want to make that regional, and so it's important for us to go out and, you know, we're going to be on the road on Friday, so we've just got to go out and give our best.
Yes, they do. Thank you, Mark. Let's get to the men's game. Eagles played nice and tough that first half. DeAndre Robertson pulling off some nice moves, but it only makes the reel because of the nice high finish. Christopher Speller on the other side showing off his strength in the paint, muscles the defender, and gets it in close. Eagles keep up the pressure here. Bryant Jefferson knocks down a triple. But watch this drive from Georgie Dancer. Just slinkies his way up to the basket and gets the 2 later. More Dancer just putting on moves out there. Takes those nice long strides. Oh, and gets the wide open layup to go. Shadron still stroking it out there. This time it's Roberson draining the 3. Puts the Eagles up 1. That's one way to get 3. Here's another. The old-fashioned Bradley Delmont working on Mac Riniker. Gets him up in the air. Gets the basket to go plus the foul. But here comes the Mavericks. This time it's Blaze Threat working on the perimeter. Makes up his mind. He wants to drive. Lane open, and he's got 2. Later, Mavs working it from distance 2. Threat finds Reese Johnson wide open, weak side. He splashes home the 3. All right, some hustle plays out here tonight too, Mark. This is the RMAC tournament. Saul Maduker, he can't get the layup to go or the putback. Comes away with another rebound, but Jared Small says no, sir. Gets the block, and then eventually the read back down the court. He's initiating the offense here with the drive. Finds Trevor Baskin, and he's happy to lay it in. The Mavericks would go on to win 67-52.
Welcome back to Sports. Mark Talley live at Bronson Arena on the campus of CMU, where tonight the first round of the RMAC tournament for the men's and women's tournaments has just wrapped up. CMU going 2 for 2 in their first round matchups. And we had a whole plan, but when the star of the Mavericks team decides to stop by, we just scrap it all. Ethan Menzies, welcome. Appreciate your time.
Of course.
You guys are number 1 seed coming in. What'd you need to do to take care of business just to advance to Friday night?
We just need to play our game. I mean, we played this team before. We know what we can do against them. They lost a few guys, which was different than scouting report and stuff like that. But we just had to play our game, and we took care of business. So.
You guys won the tournament last year. You win the regular season this year. You're going for kind of 3 in a row here. What's it mean for you that the next 2 games are coming right through Bronson?
It means a lot. I mean, it's home court. We got to take advantage of that. I mean, I think that's a huge advantage for us. We know that we got to protect it. So that's pretty much it. Show our fans, that we got to protect home court.
For you personally, it looked like you had a little bit of a size advantage in there tonight. What's your mindset? Are you just trying to pound the block a lot, or how do you approach each game given the matchup?
Well, Coach DeGeorge, he does a really good job. He says, we got a size advantage. Let's go pound the ball in the post. And that first half, I kind of had a hard time, and then the second half, I started pounding it. I was a lot stronger in the post, which opened up stuff for the guards. So, yeah.
19 points for Ethan Menzies tonight, and you mentioned a lot of those cutters getting some good looks in the second half. Hey, Blaze 3, is there anybody that can guard him on the perimeter? He looks like he doesn't move very well, but he actually moves. I've never seen someone that's been like him, who's played like him. So if he's got someone that's smaller than him, he can power his way through, finish through him. And if he's got someone slower and bigger, then he can use his quickness and go by him. All right, so we just found out Adams State's won the 4-5 matchup.
Okay.
That'll be your opponent Friday night. I know obviously you got to go through the scouting report and everything, but your first thoughts on taking on the Grizzlies?
They're a very interesting team. We beat them by 2. The first time we played them, we went to overtime. The last time we played them, they're always running, and we beat them the first 2 times by pretty close. So they're definitely going to be gunning for us. So we just got to take advantage of the home court and take care of business.
Fantastic, Ethan. Thank you so much for joining us.
No
We're going to bring in Coach DeGeorge now. Ethan Menzies joining us. Welcome in Coach Mike DeGeorge. Coach, last time these 2 teams were on the floor, you guys go to double overtime. Obviously, we know they're out a couple scorers, but what did you like from your team tonight to come away with a 15-point victory?
Well, it wasn't a high-energy night for us, but we did compete hard, and we battled through some frustration. You got to give Shadron a lot of credit. They're just very gritty defensively, and their guards are great athletes, and they really caused a lot of problems for us. I mean, we only took 16 shots in the first half because we turned it over, and so, I thought once Ethan established himself in the second half in the paint, just started to open everything up, and we were able to gain some separation.
Unfortunately, due to RMAC policy, no fans in the building tonight. I know you would have loved to have a full building here, but what did you think about the energy your team came out with being able to host this year?
Well, I do think that the lack of fans hurt, even though we really haven't had a full house, this year. Or even the families and stuff that have been here, and the students and the staff have really provided a lot of energy. And I just think that and a couple guys I heard make comments like this place would be packed tonight if we had fans, and the way the community supports us. So I think guys were aware of it, and I do think it hurt our energy a little bit. But I think now that we've gotten through this first game, we'll be ready this weekend to be able to bring more energy without the fans there.
I do want to touch real quick back on Ethan Menzies. I mean, for being only a sophomore, guy's leading you every night on both ends of the floor. Can you just talk about what he has brought to this team and to this program overall?
Yeah, I mean, he's just, he's just a great player in all respects. He's a great teammate. He's got tremendous touch and skill level, and he's got great length and, understanding of how to move and position inside. He can guard multiple positions, and so he's really just, we were thrilled when we were able to recruit him, and he's been everything we'd hoped he'd be.
Early thoughts on Adams State? I know you got to go through the tape, but early thoughts on the matchup for Friday night?
Yeah, they're just really a talented team. I mean, honestly, they could be the most talented team in the league. They're just incredibly long, athletic, and skilled. And so it's just a matter of us being able to lock in and really defend, because it takes a special effort to slow them down.
If there's one guy you're looking for to kind of maybe step up, get a little bit bigger contribution on Friday night, who would that be?
Well, the thing about our group is it's different guys on different nights, and obviously tonight wasn't Georgie's best effort, but we know as the brights get lighter, he gets better and better, and so I'm sure he'll be ready to respond and be the great leader and player that he is.
Coach Mike DeGeorge, thank you so much for your time, Coach. Really appreciate it.
Right,
congratulations.
Yeah, Mark, both coaches pretty happy, obviously, picking up a win, but far from done. There's still a little work to do, right?
Yeah, both of them want to capture the tournament title. Both won the tournament last year.
Right.
Men's team going for 2 in a row, women's team going for 3 in a row. Next matchups are going to be tricky for both squads. Adams State, as you heard in the interview with Coach DeGeorge, very talented team. Colorado School of Mines, the entire RMAC women's tournament shifting to Mines, just outside Denver and Golden. They're the number 1 seed for a reason. There are no more easy games here. And I think more importantly, Mike, is the men's team is locked for the NCAA tournament. The women, after talking with Coach Taylor post-game, he really believes they need to win at least one more game. 2 would probably get them a lock, but that puts even more pressure on his squad Friday night.
Yeah, you got it. Well, the lights are going down here, Mark. I think it's time to call it a wrap. Appreciate your basketball expertise. It's been a fun day of basketball.
Hey, man, anytime I can have Mike KRETZ, basketball, and you guys, I'm a happy man.
It's a great day. It's a great day. Back at you, Mark. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. For Mark Talley, I'm Mike KRETZ. We'll see you then.